He blessed you twice, folks. Two grades, headshots, folks. Come on, bro. Come on, man. No, man. It's time to go. It's time to pack everything up. Let's go. It's time to leave Chicago forever. Hey, check it out, gang. Want to see more crazy moments from Red-Handed TV? Follow me now on Twitch.com. Panoramic. Hey, I know how to whip it when I get in it. He won't get his bitch back. Got him! Got him! Soon as you don't knowledge them, niggas go to switch aside from the crib to a mansion like I'm Quagmire. Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm back with another one, gang. Y'all already know what time it is, shorty. Check it out, gang. Alright, now today, what we finna talk about, y'all? Today. Oh, man. We finna talk about the deadliest Chiraq shooter, man. They said this the deadliest Chiraq shooter, man. 051 Melly, man. On 4th grade, man. They said folks was in the streets killing shit, drilling shit, man. It's crazy, man. I heard about Shorty a lot, folks. So his name been ringing, G. His name definitely ringing, so he must have did something, folks. Cause I ain't heard no music or nothing, so I just heard his name just off strictly in the streets, shit. So he must have been doing something, folks. He must have been doing something. But I don't know, man, cause I be minding my business, so I don't really know what's be going on about this shit. But we about to see what the internet say about this shit, man. So y'all already know, man. Before we get into today's video, man, come on. Y'all just thought that I was just finna just let this go, and I wasn't gonna ask y'all this time. Man, take y'all ass over there to Red-Handed TV right now and smash that subscribe button, man. If you fuck with Call of Duty, man, get y'all ass over there right now, man. Go, come on, man. I'm finna give y'all 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Alright, man, let's get into today's video, man. Like, comment, and subscribe on this page too, shorty. Yeah.
And Lil Durk, but some of their ops are just as famous in the city based on their reputation in the streets. 051 Melly was one of Von and Durk's main enemies and had a reputation as being one of the most feared gang members in Chicago.
Okay.
Let's take a close look at the life of 051 Melly, one of the deadliest shooters in Chiraq's history. Melly was born Yarmel Williams and came up on the south side of Chicago. He grew up in the Calumet building, or Randolph Towers, but eventually moved to 59th in Calumet with his family after the project was tore down. He grew up with his mother, his brother Wu, and his sister Kenya. Wu's father and Melly's stepfather, Jerome Golden, was a well-known BD in Chicago who was currently serving a life sentence for 4 murders and a robbery. Plus, Melly also had several uncles and cousins who were well connected to the streets, including Mubu Kurt Mack and No Limit G Slim, who was one of the founders of NLMB. So Melly was exposed to gangs from a young age, and nearly everyone around him was about that life.
Damn.
But just because your family is well known in the streets
doesn't
mean that you
do
automatically
that.
get respect from them too. And Melly still had to earn his title as a respected savage. Growing up in the Calumet building, Melly got cool with the BDs,
damn, you grew up in the
O. But he would later attend Deuceable High School, where he would start mixing in.
Deuceable, nigga, Deuceable, fool. Fuck you from, nigga. That's what happened when you get a white man to tell your story.
With Mickey Cobras. Melly would get close to a dude named 051 Zico, who was part of the 051 Money Gang. 051 Money Gang is a set that's made up of members of different gangs, including BDs, Black P Stones, and Mickey Cobras. So Melly fit right in with all his affiliations. Although Melly started out as a BD, there have also been rumors that he may have switched to Mickey Cobra because 051's main ops are O-Block, 600, Lamrod, and other BD sets.
Damn.
Melly would get involved in this beef, making him BDK, or a renegade BD, for going at war with members of his own gang. What was clear is that Melly repped Young Money, which was considered a renegade squad that lived by their own rules and didn't follow any particular gang. Melly would get even closer to the set after 051 Zico was murked by someone from THF. This was the murder that would turn Melly into a savage and made him turn up in the streets. 051 Zico's death would set off a major beef between Young Money and THF, with Melly being one of the main aggressors. He would get retaliation for Zico's death in 2010. Then, a 600 member named M-Thang would kill a member of Young Money named 051T Streets, setting off a war with 600 and any sets they were allied with. 051T Streets. A 600 member named M-Thang would kill a member of Young Money named 051T Streets, setting off a war with 600 and any sets they were allied with. Melly and 051 Kiddo would then get revenge, shooting 600 Shaq on the 5900 block of South Calumet Avenue. So at this point, Melly had a few bodies under his belt and would establish himself as a fierce shooter who wouldn't hesitate to hit members of his own gang if they went after his friends. What made Melly so different was that he had connections to various gangs across the city. But when it came time for war, he didn't care who was on the other side. Many claimed that he played the streets like a chess game, paying close attention to who was close with who, stalking his ops on social media, and carefully studying their movements.
Y'all know that Kool-Aid? Woo! I make the best Kool-Aid in the rack, G. Line them up. Anybody can come try to compete with me, folk. I make the best Kool-Aid in the rack. And that's on game.
To get the drop on them. After 600 Shaq was killed, the BDs got their revenge by killing a 14-year-old from 051 named Fats. Melly was close to Fats, and his murder really affected him, turning his heart colder and making him even more of a savage. 051 would start going by the name Fats World after he was killed to honor their fallen brother the way that O-Block did for Odie Perry or Tukaville did for Tuka. Melly's homie 051 Kiddo would take part in getting revenge for Fats' death. First, 051 Kiddo would catch 600 Tricks lacking in his car in the Washington Park neighborhood of the South Side. Then, a witness claimed to have seen Tricks, C-Day, and L.A. Capone from 600 at the scene on the day that Fats was killed. Not long after that, L.A. Capone would be murdered leaving a recording studio. He was one of the biggest stars from 600 and was just starting to blow up as a rapper, so his death was a serious setback for the crew, which would only make things between the BDs and 051 much more heated. Several dudes from 600 started going at Melly on Twitter and disrespecting Fats. Like many street dudes from Chicago, Melly was known for being disrespectful on social media and clapped back at his ops. Members of 600, who were still mourning the death of L.A. Capone, took this disrespect personally, making Melly one of the BD's most hated ops. Soon after, the BDs would get retaliation. At first, 051 didn't have many rappers and were known for getting their payback in the streets rather than in the music. But a rising Young Money rapper named Lil Mark would earn some clout for sending shots at the BDs, who at that point were much more famous on the music level. Lil Mark dropped a remix of Lil Durk's song, Competition, called No Competition, where he did several members of 600, OTF, Lamron, and other BD sets by name. Still angry over the death of L.A. Capone, the BDs got their revenge pretty quickly, and Lil Mark was killed just 3 days after dropping the diss. To make things even worse, Lil Mark's death was then used as a way to mock 051, with members of 300, 600, and OTF joining in to disrespect their homies. The rapper was killed while waiting for a bus. Several BDs posted pictures and videos to social media near the bus stop where he was killed, including Lil Durk, who posted a video at the spot Lil Mark was shot. In the video, he says, "This bus stop right here though, this a real famous place," with the caption, "Free THF TP."
Bus stop, man. Hey, this bus stop right here though. This a real famous place. You hear me? This is a real famous place. Hey, this bus stop, this is a real famous place.
That video would get to Melly, who was close with Lil Mark, and would eventually lead to him to seek revenge on some of the people closest to Durk.
They ass crazy. They
Melly
playing
would watch
crazy
Durk's cousin,
games.
OTF Nunu, or Newski, sitting in a parked car outside of a shopping complex. Newski was an up-and-coming rapper who had just been signed to Durk's OTF label a few days before he was killed.
I remember that shit, man. That was like crazy, G, because it was like folks was just taking off, man. He was just making some raw ass music. He was just taking off this damn near like when folks start switching over with French Montana and all that shit. So it's like, oh shit, he leveling up. He going crazy now. He in the industry. He hanging out with one of the hottest niggas in the industry right now. We looking like folks made it. Folks going crazy. And he bringing his cousin with him. And then that shit happened for, and it was just like when folks was just finding his foot in this shit too. So that shit was crazy big deal back then. For I remember the climb in the field, folks. Like, damn. We lost one of them ones out here, folks. When I say that, I'm just saying Chicago in the whole, man. Like, cause we the people that ain't in the beef, we just fans of this shit, so we looking like, damn. So we looking like, all y'all ass Team Chicago, y'all ass just tweaking. Y'all tweaking amongst each other, I mean, but damn, we all Team Chicago to the outside world, because we looking like all y'all asses, y'all making a buzz, so y'all becoming somebody. So we looking like y'all in a greater light, folks. So when that shit happened, it's like, damn, we lost somebody on our team that was going crazy. Because I had homies out in Philly and all that shit listening to Nunu. Like, they was going crazy behind him. So it was like, you know, a lot of people really like this music, you know? So that's what it was. It was like, damn, we took a loss, folks. Us, the fans, the music, folks. Because it's about the music, folks.
He had released a single called OC that was doing major numbers.
Shit was going crazy. Had the city turned. We damn. Hey.
But he never got to realize his full potential and was tragically killed due to his associations with Durk. He was sitting in one of Durk's SUVs at the time, and many think that either Melly thought he was shooting at Durk, or he just went looking for the rapper and killed his cousin because he was an easier target. Either way, Newski lost his life, even in the score between 051 and OTF 600 after Lil Mark was killed. But Melly didn't stop there.
Melly crazy.
Less than a year later, Durk's manager, OTF Chino, was shot and killed in a similar situation while sitting in a park.
Remember when that happened? I was like, damn, what Durk finna do after this?
Before he was shot, Chino had appeared in the music video for a song called Bus Stop by THF-TP, which was filmed on the spot where Lil Mark was killed. Around the same time, Durk also sent shots at 051 on a remix to Chief Keef's Finito, where he rapped, "I'm riding through the ops, finna go and shoot Young Money up." Melly clearly wasn't gonna tolerate the disrespect and slid on Chino the first chance he could get. If that wasn't bad enough, after Chino was killed, Melly would get on social media and mock his dead op, claiming in an IG live session that he was eating a Chino burger.
Just let me a piece. Yeah, Chino burger. That's what they said.
Melly's homie Mubu Crump, a GD from King Louie's Man Up Band Up set, would also join in on the disrespect, going to the spot Chino was killed to order a Chino burger, then throw it away.
Hey, this motherfucker bogus as hell, man. Y'all, this ain't done, man. Y'all done put this back on the grill, man. This disgusting, man. Get this together, man. For real, this bogus as hell, man. Straight up, man.
That made two people close to Durk who were killed in his beef with 051, and Melly became the target of his hatred. The rapper dropped several diss tracks aimed at Melly, but at that point, Durk was taking over the rap game, and Melly was still heavily in the streets. So it wasn't easy for either one to get at each other directly, which is why Melly chose to target Newski and Chino. It was even rumored that Durk put a price on Melly's head, which eventually led to him getting hit up. THF Raheem would slide on Melly and two of his homies on the 600 block of South Wentworth Avenue in the Eaglewood neighborhood. All three would survive, but Melly would catch a bullet to the head and foot.
Damn.
051 Ario, who was also hit in the shooting, would quickly get revenge on Raheem. This opened up a whole bunch of problems for Melly and 051. THF Raheem was the blood cousin of FBG Duck and the stepson of another feared Chiraq killer named THF Bezu. Melly and Duck were known to be tight, but Duck also understood that an op is an op, even if it is a family member. THF Bezu and Melly were also ops, but they had mutual respect as rival street legends. They even famously went on IG Lives together and bragged about their body counts while outlining the war between their two sets. But disrespect doesn't equal mercy, and after his stepson was killed, THF Bezu was out for blood. He ended up catching Melly lacking at a house party along with his friend Mubu Crump.
Damn, I'm learning so much shit. I ain't know all this shit was going on.
Both. Crump was killed, while Melly miraculously survived once again.
Damn,
even though he was grazed in the head. So that's twice that Melly would survive a headshot. Only.
Damn, bro, that's liar. That's God telling you, man, get out of this shit. Stop doing this shit, folks. He blessed you twice, folks. Two grazed headshots, folks. Come on, bro. Come on, man. No, man. It's time to go. It's time to pack everything up. Let's go. It's time to leave Chicago forever. I ain't coming back. I survived 2 headshots, folks.
To be back on the streets, haunting his
ops separate occasions.
Not long after. Although Melly was likely the intended target for allegedly being with Ario when they
I'm on the THF first thing smoking out of the rack.
Also known to diss THF and other BDs. So
yeah, Crump was a loose screw
at the wrong time, and THF decided to take him out for running his mouth and chilling with their ops. Surviving 2 back-to-back shootings only helped Melly's reputation in the streets, and it was only a matter of time before he was back in action. 051 would soon lose another member named Bankroll Q. Melly would be the one to get payback and would slide on the 2 ops thought to be responsible. but Melly's thirst for revenge couldn't be satisfied, and he just kept racking up bodies on top of bodies while somehow staying out of reach of his enemies. Although he got his payback, he let it be known that he still had a hatred for Durk and wanted revenge. After Durk and Von got arrested for attempted murder following a shooting outside the Varsity in Atlanta, Melly went on social media to voice his opinions. He told the world that he hoped Durk and Von would beat the case because he would rather see them dead than in prison.
That's all. Free Durk and Von. Freedom though. I'd rather them dead than in jail.
So it seemed like it was only a matter of time before Melly would continue his reign of terror and go after another person close to the two rappers.
But he stayed quiet though. I didn't know
he'd end up losing his life in an unrelated beef. Around that time, Melly had gotten close with a set called Jarrow City. Like 051 Money Gang, Jarrow City is made up of various different gangs, including GDs and Renegade BDs. After Melly's homie Motor from Jarrow City was killed, the gravedigger of Chiraq started getting reckless. With so many people close to him dead and so many bodies under his own belt, Melly started to get out of control. His reputation in the streets made him a little too comfortable, which can only lead to disaster when you've got so many enemies. He ended up getting into it with a dude named 007 Nate from Taekwon World over a dice game. Melly responded by shooting up Nate's house while his baby mother and newborn child were inside. No one was hit, but it was enough for Nate to seek revenge. In September 2019, Melly attended a house party that was being thrown by FBG in Jarrow City to celebrate the passing of one of Duck's close homies, Can't Get Right. Melly came through to the party because he was cool with both camps, but they let him know that ops from TW may be there. Melly must have felt untouchable because he came through anyway, knowing there were gonna be problems.
The man told you the ops gonna come through that bitch. Why would you go to that for? Come on, man. Come on. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But if I know something gonna go wrong, if I go somewhere, I'm not going. That's simple, folks. I ain't got no pride. I ain't got none of that. It's not that you scared. It's none of that. Why put yourself in a position that you know you're gonna lose? I'm never gonna put myself in a position. Or I'm smart enough to not let my ego get in the way and make me feel like I gotta do something that I didn't really have to do. Like, this shit is a one life. You get one chance at this shit, folks. You do not get another chance. So a split decision because you got mad or you in your feelings or you angry or you just, your emotions get in the way. Man, that shit could cost you your life, bro. And you ain't gonna get it back, folks. You not gonna get it back, G. I can't play with my life like that. I love my life too much, folks. I got too much to live for to play with my life on no ego shit, folks. Hey, call me what you want. I ain't going. Kiss my ass, folks. Man, I got kids.
Nate
shit,
ended
man.
up catching Melly lacking and shot him in front of the entire house full of people, with the whole thing being captured on camera. This time, Melly would not be as lucky and died that night. Melly will go down as one of the most feared shooters in the history of Chicago. He was so well known in the city that media outlets would often refer to him as a rapper, even though he never dropped a single track. He did inspire countless diss songs, which only helped build his reputation in the street. But when you live that lifestyle for too long, there are only two outcomes: death or jail. The wild thing is that with all the bodies that 051 Melly caught, what got him killed was a random shooting where no one was even hit. But in the end, it was payback for all the other dirt he did in the street, and his memory will live on as a feared but respected shooter.
Hell yeah, man, that shit crazy. I ain't know Shorty was getting down like that, man. I ain't know he was in the mix like that. Folks seem quiet as hell. He seemed like a quiet, chill dude, folks. He don't even seem like he get into much. I ain't even know Shorty was getting busy like that or Shorty was getting wild. I ain't know that. But it's crazy, man. I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, damn, I know a lot of these motherfuckers, or I seen a lot of them in some kind of way, or I've been around in areas they been in. Like, that's crazy, man. But I be staying out the mix, man. Like I say, it's all about foundation, bro. I done been around a lot of them niggas and seen a lot of that shit and been around some of that shit, or know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. That's Chicago, folks. Everybody that's seen somebody, know somebody. It is what it is, folks. But I be staying out the mix, man. Shit, I ain't got shit to do with none of that shit. I don't care about none of that shit. I don't see none of that shit. I mind my business, folks. That's how you stay under the radar, man. You just mind your business, folks. Like, it's crazy. I seen and known and been around some of them motherfuckers in this clip, but you know, it is what it is, man. That shit crazy, man. Like I said, man, I'ma keep saying this shit every video. You look to your left, you look to your right, one of y'all dead, one of y'all in jail. It's crazy, man. A lot of these niggas, I'm like, damn, you did that. Damn, you was doing that. Damn, he died. Damn, this happened. I'm learning all this shit as I'm watching with y'all, folks. This shit crazy. Mind blowing to see some of the things motherfuckers get into. But, you know, stay safe, man. Keep God first, man. Always keep God first, folks. And shit, you stay out the mix, man. Mind your business, man. That's how you stay alive, folks. By minding your business, staying out the way. So yeah, if anybody want to compete with me on this Kool-Aid challenge, man, comment down below, Kool-Aid challenge. If y'all made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Don't forget to go back to my gaming channel, Red-Handed Gamer TV. It's fucking Kool-Aid and shit. You know, I be sipping Kool-Aid because the sugar and the ice. You gotta have a little ice. Your shit gotta be sugary so you can, you know, I love doing that. This shit's so good. We drinking this shit like it's lean or something. But like, comment, and subscribe. Red-Handed Gamer TV. Go over there, subscribe right now. And I'm gonna get up with y'all later, gang. Yeah. One more from Red-Handed TV. Head over to RedHandedTV.com now for all exclusive merch. Also, make sure to follow me on all social media platforms to stay updated with all new content. And don't forget to download my new mixtape, Red Tape, on all musical platforms now.